Hello, welcome to the Lone Show. I'm your host, John Malone. In this episode, don't have regulars, because reasons, again, sadly. As for our guest, he's from USA, currently in Port Charlotte, Florida. He's the founder of MarketingBoost.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Marco Torres.
Hello there. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. So, how's life?
Peter, life is good. Right now, I'm actually traveling in Medellin, Colombia. So I've spent a few weeks down in Cali, and then before that, Mexico City. So I'm just being on the road, kind of a digital nomad these days.
Okay, that's cool. And besides that, is anything else you up to recently?
Well, just no. I mean, working hard and playing hard, and enjoying business owners use travel incentives to grow their business, which is currently my main focus in business is to help others travel more affordably.
Ah, very nice. So, what is it you mainly do for a living?
Well, I sell travel, but the main thing that I focus on today is a business we call MarketingBoost.com. And what we do with Marketing Boost is we serve entrepreneurs, business owners around the world by giving them what we call the wow, surprise, and delight factor. With a subscription to Marketing Boost, it gives them the ability to offer complimentary hotel stays in 130 destinations around the world, hotel savings cards, and restaurant savings vouchers that they can use. And we teach them how to use these incentives to enhance whatever their call to action is. So they can create loyalty programs, trade show giveaways, um, first, incentives to close sales, reward folks for booking appointments and showing up on time for Zoom calls. Just a myriad of ways to use these incentives to enhance whatever their call to action is. And we've helped business owners literally, I mean, we're not the magic bullet. You've got to have a product or service that people like and trust in the first place. But if you're looking for ways to enhance that call to action with in what I call incentive based marketing, then we help make that happen. And whether you use travel incentives for that or not, we kind of guide business owners on how to add value to uh, their business offering instead of discounting, because discounting can be the road to ruins.
Fair enough, I can see that. How long have you been doing that for?
Well, we launched this business officially in 2017, but we kind of came about by accident a couple of years earlier. We've been in the travel space since 2010, and we were growing one of our travel websites. Just it was booming, but we were scratching our heads saying, man, if we could only get video testimonials from our clients, we'd be able to leverage those video reviews all over our landing pages on our websites, on Facebook ads, YouTube ads, TV ads, and so forth. But we couldn't get hardly anybody to do it. So we came up with an idea to offer an incentive, a complimentary hotel stay, a bonus trip if folks gave us a video review of the hotel that they were staying at. And that worked like charm. Before we knew it, we had dozens and then hundreds of these video reviews coming in. But we had to stop the campaign because it was starting to be expensive to fulfill to give people those 3 night giveaways that we were promising. So we were giving them a choice of Orlando or Las Vegas, and we thought, well, let's go back to our hotel partners in Orlando and Vegas and see if we can find a way to get cheaper inventory to continue to fulfill these complimentary hotel stays we're giving away. And we went back to them and said, listen, let's be honest. You've got a problem. We can help you fix it. Your hotel is never full year round. Sure, you're full for certain holidays, certain peak season, certain special events, but the majority of the year, 30 to 50% of your rooms are going empty. Yet you have the same fixed cost, mortgage payments, rent, staffing, etc. And so we got a few hotels to agree to give us their unsold rooms at either next to nothing or just cover their government taxes and stuff. And so now we had hotel rooms we could fulfill the trips we were giving away. So we could turn that campaign back on. And then we thought to ourselves, can you imagine if we had more participating hotels around the world? We'd have another standalone business. And that's what eventually became Marketing Boost today, where we provide these incentives that business owners can use to shoot, lead generation ideas, sweepstakes, leading, even supporting nonprofits by giving these complimentary hotel stays to nonprofits to auction off, while they, as a business owner, get to rub shoulders with philanthropists and set themselves up as the expert, the authority, and the uh, the philanthropist in the community, the hero of the community, helping nonprofits that can generate leads without even always having your sales hat on, so to speak.
Fabulous. Where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
Peter, at my age, I'm 63. So at 83, I'm hoping I'm going to continue to be doing what I do today, which is more and more travel. I'm a sailor at heart. If I'm not traveling, I'm on my boat. And so hopefully I can be more laid back than I am today, although I do delegate a lot. I've learned to delegate things in my life today so that I can focus on uh, a lot less work and reap the rewards of the last 63 years of my career.
Nice. What's your favorite season?
My favorite season, well, I live in Florida where there is no seasons really, and I kind of like the warm weather because of that. So I don't like the cold, the winters, and up very much. But I do love the spring and fall because when the spring comes around and everything is green and flowers are everywhere, and in the fall, the weather is perfect in both spring and fall. And so when I'm traveling, I'm looking for that environment as well. I do like going to the cold occasionally in the snow and this for just a brief few days or a week or what have you. But otherwise, I like warm climates and I like the spring and the fall in different parts of the world.
Ah, very nice. What was the longest trip you ever took?
Great question. The longest trip I ever took was for 8 months, and I went to the Philippines and combined it with work and pleasure. But I went to the Philippines to set up one of our call centers and train our staff over there. And from there, so I'd work a few days a week training the staff. And of course, in the Philippines, I had to work in the middle of the night, because that's what we're supporting our clients in the U.S. and Canada and what have you. So I'd go into work at midnight to work from midnight to 3 in the morning or what have you, and the next day sleep late. But we were based in the Philippines there in Manila, but there's like beautiful. I love the Philippines. There's 11,000 islands. And then from there we bounced over to Singapore. We bounced over to Thailand, Bangkok. We went to Phuket, Thailand. Then we went to Japan, and we went to from there on our way back. We stopped in Australia, but it was an 8 months run of getting to know all throughout Asia, so to speak, and really enjoyed that.
Fabulous. Would you rather speak all languages or talk to animals?
Oh, I'd rather speak all languages and be able to communicate with people all over the
Nice.
world. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. What could you give a 40-minute presentation on without any preparation?
I think business or mindset, millionaire mindset. You can't have the employee or minimum wage mentality and expect to start having wealth come your way. And so it would be about having the proper mindset for business success, which includes gratitude. You can't, one of the things I still work on daily is to not sweat the small stuff. And I found, you can't have a mindset of gratitude and be upset at the same time. So the small things in life are that come your way and will come your way every day, if you can learn to get past those, like making sure my microphone worked for your call. So
Uh,
if you can get past the small stuff and realize it's not going to affect anything in the next few hours or in the next 5 years, then don't worry about it. Be grateful for everything you've got and set the mindset for the future and be successful.
couldn't agree more. What is the one thing you can't live without?
Hmm. Can't live without. I'd have to give my wife a lot of credit for that. She's the uh, my spouse or my lifetime partner here for the last 7 years has been an amazing change in my life, and I couldn't imagine living without her.
That's nice. What superpower do you wish you could have?
I think I would love to be able to. What's the word for it? Scotty, beam me up if I could telepath myself to different places, or if I could just zip myself into some other part of the world without having to go through the issue of airports, flights, long flights, security passing, immigration. Just get me to where I want to go. If I had that superpower, I think it'd be pretty cool. But outside of that, the power to influence more people, the power to influence. As a book I read early on in life is Influence Friends and How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it was Napoleon Hill, and that book is a powerful influence in my life on how to properly make sure if you're like Zig Ziglar says, if you can help enough other people get what they want in life, then you're going to get what you want in life as well. So influencing others to be successful would be one of my goals in life is to be able to reach back and help others climb the ladder as well.
Very good. Have you ever met anyone famous?
No, not really. I haven't been around too many of the celebrities, so to speak. So hasn't been my circle of influence to be in the meeting or rubbing shoulders with too many people that are extremely famous.
Okay, fair enough. What improved your life quality so much you wish you did it sooner?
Learning to sail. Um, when I hit my midlife crisis, so to speak, in my 40s, um, I decided all of a sudden I wanted to. I grew up in the Caribbean, so I was around boating all my life, but I'd never learned to sail a larger boat, a 35, 40-foot single monohull or catamaran sailboat. So I went and took sailing lessons on that. And the beauty of being at sea and turning off the engines and raising the sails and feeling and learning to master the wind and navigate the ocean with the wind, and it's just uh, a sensation that you can't get anywhere else. And I wish I had started sooner because I still haven't traveled the world as much as I'd like to on the ocean in a sailboat, and that's one thing I wish I had started younger.
All right, very good. What is the best way get to stay motivated?
Best way to stay motivated, I find, is um, with a starting your morning out with taking some time to, as I mentioned earlier, focus on the gratitude of everything that you currently have, and then getting busy with uh, your to-do lists and start writing things out. And then you have to celebrate yourself. So, in my opinion, part of that staying motivated in today's world, many of us we work from home, whether you have your own business or you're employed. Many people are working on home computers, and there's no one. We're not in the office as much as we used to be, so there's no one around to pat you on the back and celebrate the small things that are the small successes throughout the day. So you need to do that yourself. And I have a big bell in my office at home. So when I'm scratching those things off my to do list, I'm ringing my own bell, and I'm celebrating my own small successes during the day, keeping myself motivated on am I accomplishing the things I want to do? Am I moving towards my weekly, monthly, and quarterly annual goals? And but you've got to measure the small steps and reward yourself along the way. Otherwise, those big goals you might set for yourself, they can seem so far away sometimes that you can lose that drive and start getting bogged down by the little things in life. And before you know it, you're just letting instead of managing your North Star, instead of focusing and navigating, for example, through the rough seas, keeping the wind at your back, keeping your sails full in the direction you want to go, you find yourself just being blown around by the wind and being blown around by circumstances, and forgetting about what the direction you needed to be going in. So I kind of pull in the sailing metaphors there, but that life is all about that. Do you have your North Star figured out? Do you know where you're trying to get to? And of course, understand you will be getting all kinds of pushback from every direction. So you need to be able to navigate through it and stay on course.
Yes, sounds good. How much time do you spend on the internet?
Oh, wow. I make a living on the internet. So I am online probably 4 to 6 hours a day in finding ways to reach my community, my clients, and stay in touch and provide help and teamwork for the community. We have a Facebook group with over 30,000 entrepreneurs that my team and I are always trying providing support to and ideas to help them grow their business.
All right, very nice. Would you rather sleep on the wall or sleep on the ceiling?
I'm not sure I follow that, but I guess I would be wanting to sleep on the ceiling if that was just for the sake of being able to be. I guess the wall would be similarly would be gravity free uh, and pretty much be. Uh, but anyway, no, I don't have a good answer to that one.
It's all right. It happens to a lot of us. Have you ever thought of living in a world that is entirely a big, massive garden?
No, I never have. I've visualized myself more in ever since I was a kid with Jacques Cousteau and uh, underwater. So diving, scuba diving on the ocean, that's always been more of a drive or a visualization or a dream scenario versus big gardens. But I could see that as a peaceful environment as well.
Yeah, me too. Do you like spicy food?
I love spicy food. I'm on my way to Mexico City next Monday, where I hope to be able to indulge in a lot of Mexican food with lots of spices. I love Thai food that's very spicy. The Here in Colombia, they make some great sauces and hot sauces as well. So yeah, I'm very much into spicy food,
Nice, very good.
spice of life.
Exactly. If someone wrote a book about you, what do you think its title would be?
Now that I haven't given a lot of thought to, but hopefully when somebody ever gets, or if they ever write a book about me, it would be about what I'm dedicating my last 5 years and however many more I'm fortunate to have would be that I have dedicated about me dedicating my life to helping other entrepreneurs see successes and solopreneurs and wannabe entrepreneurs get going and get the steps they need and get the education they need, which I find in today's world, it's never been easier to be an entrepreneur than right now. There's never been as much technology and information available to help any wannabe entrepreneur or solopreneur or what have you break out, step out, and start taking the actions they need to learn how to do it and use the technology that's never been more affordable as far as the website building software, CRM platforms, customer relation management systems. There's never been more competition than there is today, but it's never been easier to uh, build a clientele, build a database, email, text messaging softwares, build leads, build community, and set, start providing value to others that can eventually turn into an income.
Nice. I never thought of it that way. If you could see one movie again for the first time, what would it be?
Oh, that's another great question. What would it be? I think I would like to see from scratch just because it was. What is the name of the darn thing? I'm thinking of Forrest Gump. What the heck was the name of that movie? But anyway, I enjoyed that. I got a lot of laughs out of that movie, and so seeing that movie again one more time would, as if it was the first time, would be. I'd get a kick out of that.
Okay. Nice, nice. Very good. If you could host a talk show, who would you have on as your first guest?
Hmm. Yeah, if I could get my first guess would be right now in today's world, I would love to be interviewing Donald Trump. And I'll tell you why. I think that I've never met or seen anybody, I've never met him, but I've never seen someone take so many bullets from every direction, so many disruptions to his goal, to his ability, his ability to govern when he was the president, to the ability to run for president now that he's not in power, and just continue to take all of the bullets from everyone who hates him, and he keeps on going. He's like that commercial in the old days with the little energy rabbit who could always keep beating the drum and just kept on going. I don't know how he does it. I mean, he's what, gonna be 78 years old, 79 years old, and he just keeps on going. His level of energy, I think, is unbelievable. I'd love to interview him on how he does it, how he gets up and keeps going and keeps fighting. And I don't know anybody. I know I couldn't have done that. I would have given like, hey, if you don't want me to govern, I'm out of here. but, but he keeps coming back, so gotta hand it to him.
Yeah, he always comes back somehow. If you can get an exotic pet, what would it be?
Actually, I wouldn't. I've had. I'm an animal lover. I love dogs. I love cats, and I've had birds and cats and snakes and even an alligator for a while there when my kids were young. But uh, at this point in my life, I don't want any pets because they require a commitment, and I'm too into wanting to be free enough to pick up and go and travel, and that would limit that availability of being responsible for someone. It's challenging enough to be responsible for me and my spouse. So you bring a pet along with you, and it just adds too much more, uh, too much more details to the daily routines to take care of another pet.
Fair enough. What is your favorite quote?
I guess that would be the Zig Ziglar quote I mentioned earlier. I think I mentioned earlier. Zig Ziglar, who is his quote is help enough, focus on helping enough other people get what they want in life, and you will get what you want in life. And that has stuck with me since I was a teenager reading the Zig Ziglar series of books um, on uh, having learning the skills of sales. And in those skills of learning to sell, with Zig Ziglar, it was about learning to listen with two ears and speak with one mouth and serve others first. Make sure that you are, as his line says, it was, again, help others get what they want and you'll get what you want.
Yeah, absolutely true. If you opened a business, what kind of business would it be?
If I were to open another business today, which I have a couple today, they're all wrapped around the travel business. And if I was to get into a new business today, I would be wanting to be involved in something that has to do with artificial intelligence. And I'm certainly looking into that, but I haven't found something that is not already taken because it's a lot of big money involved in. But I love, the idea of what artificial intelligence might be able to do for individuals, for business owners, if I had the right team around me right now to find a solution with artificial intelligence that could serve others easily and affordably, that's one of the directions I'd like to be moving forward in.
All right then. Very good. What's the best way to travel?
The best way to travel, if you can afford it, is one where there is no. That's what I like about sailing is that you have to have the challenge, and what I love about it, and the challenge with it is you have to have no clock to worry about. You can't say, well, I'm going to expect, I have to be in Key West by Saturday morning. Well, when you leave for Key West from further up, in Florida, for example, uh, you can't put a time clock on it, right? You're depending upon the currents and the waves and the wind and et cetera. So you get there when you get there. But it's one of the most fulfilling and relaxing ways to travel. So whether it be sailing or boating, that's my favorite ways to travel, to answer your question.
Nice. Very good. What's your favorite ice cream topping?
Favorite ice cream topping would be pecans, nuts and pecans.
Mmm, delicious.
Absolutely.
Yes. What was the best thing you've bought off Amazon?
Hmm. Well, it's been a recent book that I ordered, 100 Million Offers by Alex Harmozy. I have been advocating to promote this book to my community. And then he launched another recent book called 100 Million Leads. And although he doesn't necessarily promote the marketing boost incentives in his books, he teaches business owners how to make sure you're creating the perfect offer that people will feel stupid saying no to, and helping business owners create that sales design and figure out what it is they're going to offer to the community to build a business on, and how to create that perfect offer to help you start generating sales, because nothing happens until somebody buys your product or service, and that doesn't happen by accident. You need to think that through, and he helps you strategize exactly that, to help take whatever product or service you're offering is and organize it in a way that you can create offers to your product or service that will attract buyers. At the end of the day, you've got to generate sales, and he can help you do that. Alex Harmozy, 100 million offers. I don't get any commission on that. I just think it's something any aspiring or entrepreneur should be reading or have his marketing team reading.
Yeah, absolutely. If you had a song for every time you entered the room, what song would that be?
If I had a song, it would be uh, probably something like "I Feel Good" from. And you know what? If I do have a hard stop here coming up right now, actually at 3, can we? Uh, sorry if that's okay. Need to
Nice.
hang on a second. Let me at least write this person. I'm running late. Sorry about this.
It's all right.
Okay. Are we almost done here?
Yes, just one more.
Okay.
If you could stockpile on one product from one store for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I know. It'd probably be airline tickets from United Airlines or something.
Hmm. All right then, that's interesting. Well, that's all we have for this episode. It was great having you on, Marco, talking about your works as founding MarketingBoost.com and businesses, and all things business. It's been fabulous.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. And until next time, stay tuned for more.